Hello guys, so we will continue our next lecture from the previous one where we have left out. So we will be first covering the writing of formula of compounds by name. So we will be writing the formula of the compounds. After in this question the name of the compound is given. So it has basically two rules. The first rule is first put the cationic part, then put the anionic part. Okay, and the second rule is write put the central atom first, then put the ligands according to their alphabetical order. Okay, so in the first rule is very clear that we have to put the first cationic part, then the anionic part like the naming of the compounds. And the second part is in a coordination sphere we have to put the central atom first like the Fe, then we will be putting the ligands, and we will be putting the ligands according to their alphabetical order. So FeNH3, then bromido. Okay, this is correct, but Fe NH3 Fe Br NH3 whole 3, this will be incorrect because bromido starts with bromide. This is bromido and this is amine. So A comes before B, so amine will be first put, then the bromido. So this is incorrect and this is correct. It is the second point. Okay, so we will be taking some examples to understand this topic further. Write down this. I am grabbing this. Our first example is potassium hexacyanidocferrate. Okay, potassium hexacyanidocferrate second. This is our first example, and our second example is iron 3 hexacyanidocyanidocyanidocyanidocyanidocyanidocyanidocyanidocyanidocyanidocyanidocyanidocyanidocyanidocyanidocyanidocyanidocyanidocyanidocyanidocyanidocyanidocyanidocyanidocyanidocyanidocyanidocyanidocyanidocyanidocyanidocyanidocyanidocyanidocyanidocyanidocyanidocyanidocyanidocyanidocyanidocyanidocyanidocyanidocyanidocyanidocyanidocyanidocyanidocyanidocyanidocyanidocyanidocyanidocyanidocyanidocyanidocyanidocyanidocyanidocyanidocyanidocyanidocyanidocyanidocyanidocyanidocyanidocyanidocyanidocyanidocyanidocyanidocyanidocyanidocyanidocyanidocyanidocyanidocyanidocyanidocyanidocyanidocyanidocyanidocyanidocyanidocyanidocyanidocyanidocyanidocyanidocyanidocyanidocyanidocyanidocyanidocyanidocyanidocyanidocyanidocyanidocyanidocyanidocyanidocyanidocyanidocyanidocyanidocyanidocyanidocyanidocyanidocyanidocyanidocyanidocyanidocyanidocyanidocyanidocyanidocyanidocyanidocyanidocyanidocyanidocyanidoc Farad second. Okay, so try to name these compounds first, then I will be naming these compounds. Okay, let's name these compounds. So what is in this particular, this is potassium ion, that is K plus, then hexacyanide 6 Cn minus, then ferrate 2 means the central atom Fe plus 2. So what is the rule? We have to first put the cations. Okay, so I am writing K. I don't know how many K is there. Then we are starting the coordination sphere, and in coordination sphere we will first write down the name of the cation. Okay, Fe, then the anion hexacyanide Fe6. Okay, so let's calculate what is the charge of the coordination sphere. Fe oxygen state is plus 2 and there is Cn minus. Let's say there is xk. Okay, xk plus. So 1k plus have plus 1 charge, so xk plus will be having plus x charge plus 2 and minus 6, that is charge of Cn. It is the charge of Cn, it is the charge of Fe, it is the charge of K is equals to 0. So x is equals to 4. So this will be K4. 4 equal to K4 Fe whole 6. Okay. Similarly, iron 3 hexacyanide. Okay. What is iron 3? So first we will write the cation first. Fe, which is plus 3 oxidation state. Then the covalent sphere ferrate 2. Fe hexacyanide Cn whole 6. Let's say this is X. Okay. What is the charge in the covalent sphere? The charge in the covalent sphere will be this ferrate 2 minus 4. Okay. So this, let's say this is x atom of Fe plus 3. So total charge here is 3x. That will be equal to the net negative charge in the coordination sphere. What is the negative charge in the coordination sphere? What is the charge in the coordination sphere? Plus 2 minus 6 is equal to minus 4. Okay. Actually, the addition of the both will be 0, like this. So what is the charge in this Fe? Plus 2. What is the charge in the Cn minus? Total charge minus 6. What is the charge in this Fe? It is plus 3x. Okay. So 3x is equal to 4, or x is equal to 4 by 3. So our compound is Fe 4 by 3 FeCN whole 6, or we will write down its compound as Fe4 FeCN whole 6 whole 3. This is the structure of the compound. Write down this. I will be continuing the next topic after this. That is the methods of the identifying which ion is on the outer sphere. But first, write down this. Okay, let's start the next topic. Our next topic is method to differentiate between two coordination compounds. Method to differentiate between the two coordination compounds. So So there are mainly two types of reagents we can specifically determine the correlation compounds, and more specifically it determines the ions in the outer sphere. So we'll be continuing from the first type. The first type is A, that is reaction with aqueous AgNO3, that too in excess. Okay, in this first type we have the case 1. We are considering the case 1, that after the reaction, let's say white PPT of AgCl is formed. What we will be drawing conclusion from this, that the compound contains Cl minus ion in the outer sphere. Okay, so let's understand this point. Suppose this is a correlation sphere, okay, and here is something, and the Cl is inside the correlation sphere, and we are reacting this with aqueous AgNO3, then no reaction will be there. But if there is, this is a correlation sphere, and this particular Cl ion is placed outside the correlation sphere, and this compound is treated with aqueous AgNO3, it will form 1 mole of AgCl from 1 mole of this compound. Okay, and the PPT is in white in color. Okay, so write down this. We will be considering some examples after this. Okay, so let's take some examples. And there is an important point I forgot to mention, that is always put the neutral ligands, this is a note, inside the coordination sphere. Okay, so let's understand this by an example. Suppose it is a compound that CuNH3 whole 6 Cl3. This is a complex compound. We don't know what is in outer sphere and what is in the coordination sphere. Okay, so to write down, I am writing a general formula of this compound, that is CuNH3 whole 6 Clx inside the coordination sphere and Cly outside the coordination sphere. Listen to this. Here I have put all the neutral ligands inside the coordination sphere, because I have wrote down already that you have to put all the neutral ligands inside the coordination sphere. So I have put it the coordinates. I have put the coordinations, the neutral ligands in the coordination sphere, and here the x plus y, the total number of molecules atoms of Cl is 3. So the x plus y here will be 3. okay, in variety of compounds. So let's start. How many compounds we can form? Okay, starting first, suppose this is CONH3 whole 6, Cl2 inside, Cl3, and there is no Cl outside. Okay, and the second type of is CONH3 whole 6, Cl2, outside is Cl, outside only one Cl is there, and other one is CONH3 whole 6 Cl, and in the outside the coordination pair there are two Cl atoms, and the next one is CONH3 whole 6 and the three of the three Cl atoms are outside the coordination pair. If we treat this with aqueous AgNO3, then no PPT will be formed. Okay, if we treat this with aqueous AgNO3, then 1 mole of this compound will give 1 mole of aqueous AgCl PPT, which is white in color. Okay, and if we treat this with aqueous AgNO3, it will give 2 mole of AgCl, 1 mole of this compound, because there is 2 Cl atoms outside the coordination pair, which will give 2 mole of AgCl of white PPT. And if we treat this with AgNO3, then it will give 3 mole of AgCl of PPT, because there are 3 atoms of Cl outside the coordination pair. Okay, it's very good. Okay, I will be, this is the end of the case 1. I will be considering the case 2 here after this. Note down this. Okay, let's consider the case 2 here. Let's consider case 2 here. Case 2 with reaction of complex with aqueous AgNO3. Let's say if pale yellow PPT of AgBr is formed like the previous one, it confirms the presence of Br minus ions on the outer sphere. Okay, what I mean to say is that suppose this is a complex and there is Br minus ion outside the quantum sphere, and it is treated with aqueous AgNO3, then it will give rise to aqueous AgBr PPT, which is pale yellow in color. Okay, this is the concept, and I will not be taking the previous examples because this example and the previous examples are same. But here is an important note between AgBr and AgCl, differentiating note. You have to remember it. That is, let's take another ink. Okay. So note. The note here is AgCl is soluble in dilute NH3 solution. This is the first point, And the second point is AgBr is soluble. AgBr is soluble in concentrated NH3 solution, but not in dilute solution of NH3. So this is the main point here, that this AgCl is soluble in dilute NH3 solution, but the AgBr is not soluble in dilute NH3 solution, rather it is soluble in the concentrated NH3 solution. Okay, note down this. I will be continuing our next topic after this. So we have covered the reaction with aqueous AgNO3 in excess. In the next topic we will be continuing the reaction with aqueous BaCl2 in excess. Okay. Aqueous BaCl2 in excess. This is point number B. Reaction with aqueous BaCl2 in excess. The concept here is similar to the previous, that if white PPT of BaSO4 is formed, then it confirms the presence of SO4 minus 2 ion outside the coordination sphere. So suppose there is a compound that contains SO4 minus 2 ion outside the coordination sphere, and it is treated with aqueous BaCl2 in excess, and BaSO4 is and here the white PPT of BaSO4 will be formed. It is white PPT like AgCl and AgBr. AgCl is a white PPT and it is also a white PPT, and AgBr is a pale yellow PPT. Okay. So let's take some examples here. After we will be concluding this topic. Examples. Okay. So first we will be writing COH2 whole 5Cl SO4 is treated with BaCl2. Then 1 mole of BaSO4 will be formed from 1 mole of this compound. Okay, it is white in color. Okay, and if COH2 whole 5 SO4 outside its Cl, it is treated with BaSO4, then no reaction will be there. But if it is treated with AgNO3, then AgCl of white AgCl, which is a white PPT, is formed. Okay, so write down this. I will be concluding the next topic after this. So this is the end of the lecture. I will be continuing our next topic, that is conductivity of the solution, in our next lecture. Thank you.